In this video, I'm going to explain how to set up a survey or a quiz on something that's called Microsoft Forms, and it's quite simple and easy to do. So you're going to start by Googling Office 365 login. Office 365 is the range of products that we as a school are subscribed to. So it includes our Outlook emails, it includes our OneDrive, it includes Teams, of course, and it also includes something called Forms. So when you have signed in, you should get to a page that looks like this. I didn't have to sign in because I'm already signed in with my St. John's account details, but you might have to sign in first. In that case, it would appear just as it would for your Outlook or your OneDrive or your Teams. You would type in your St. John's email address and then your password, and then you should get to a page like this. You then click on the icon that says Forms. Now the way Teams works is that you can add on different products that they offer. So a prime example is we've added on the class notebook as an add-on, and you can do the same with Forms, and it's quite seamless how Teams is able to incorporate these forms so that you can use it in your teaching. So basically what you do is you start on a page like this, and under My Forms these are two forms that I've created, but yours should be blank. And basically to start, you would click on New Form or New Quiz. Let's start with New Form. So just like Teams, there isn't a save button. You will see at the top here that it says it has been saved. As you make changes, it'll say saving, and then it will save. So don't look for a save button. So I have to give my form a title. So I'm going to call it Teams Feedback. And then I'm going to give a description. Okay, and then you start by clicking on Add New. Now you are given a few choices. You are able to do a choice type of answer where you present a question and then the girls choose from a range of different, it's like multiple choice. They can tick a box. Or you can choose text, which will look like this, where you put a question and the girls type in the answer. Or you can have one that's rating. So you can give a question and the girls have to rate something. You can do it with stars or numbers. Another thing you can do is date. So you can ask, on what date would you like this to be done, and they put in a date, which might not be so useful for school. And then there are a few other options that you can choose from. One where you can do ranking, so you can rank certain options. And you can do something where you add, you can upload a file maybe, like a picture that they have to analyze maybe. And I see there's a new one here that I've never seen before. Okay, so you can give a statement and then they can rate it. So you could give any kind of statement and then they have to pick a certain option along the top. So that's quite cool. Yeah, so there's a lot for you to choose from and customize your activity for the girls. So basically, to get rid of something, you click on the question. It's very easy. You just click on the rubbish bin and it goes away. Yeah, here you can see you can insert a picture or whatever for a question. So maybe you wanting to do a visual literacy type of study, you would then insert a picture and then ask the girls to analyze it, or whatever reason you would have for that. Then another thing you need to know is that you can move your question order. So let's say you've created a really good question, but rather than making it again and moving it, you would just use this arrow to move it up or down and change its position. And then I'm going to pretend that these are my questions. I'm going to leave them. On a question, you do have options to set it as required. which means that the girls have to answer it. So there won't be, it won't let them hand in the quiz or the survey without them having without them having filled it in. So that's what this required button means. Another thing to show you is where something requires writing, the text option, you are able to say that you want it to be a longer answer or a shorter answer, which means the girls it won't let them move on until they've put more writing in. So it's kind of to stop them from answering in a short way. And now my form is live. It hasn't been shared with anyone, so no one's going to do it, but it's ready as it is, and I can edit it at any time. So you can then go to theme at the top here. You can choose from a whole range of different options what you want the quiz to look like for the girls. You can choose a fun background. You can even upload your own pictures over here if you're wanting to get creative. And then the next important thing is preview. So if you click preview, this is what the quiz will look like for them. The immersive function is also in here, so the girls will be able to click on it and have the form read to them, which is really nice. You can then go to your 3 dots over here and play with the settings. Now this is where you need to just have a look and think about who the form is for and what it needs. But basically, who can fill out this form? If you say anyone with a link, then the girls with a link will be able to do it. But if you say only people in my organization, it will record the child's name, which is very important because you obviously need to know who is filling in this form. And then you'll be able to share the link with them and they will be able to do it. So it's just basically saying people without a St. John's account won't be able to do it. It is probably a good idea to always make your question 1 a question about what is your name, and then the girls have to write their name, just so that in case it doesn't record, if one of these settings, if you forgot to click record name, then you will always know, and then it isn't a waste and you wouldn't have to make the girls do it again. You can set a start date and an end date. You can shuffle the questions around if you want to prevent girls maybe saying what was your answer for question 1. You can write a thank you message, so at the end of the quiz you can say thanks so much, I miss you, or whatever. And you can play with these notification settings as well. So those are your basic settings, and then now to get the girls to do this, you would then click share. You can do it in many ways. The thing that's maybe the easiest is to, where this says copy, you click on it and then it is now being copied. So you would then go into your instructions for the week or whatever, and you would then right click and paste the link, and it will take the girls immediately here. Now I want to just show you quickly what it looks like when someone has filled in the survey. You will be able to then, let's just click on this one. You can see how many responses you've had, and you do this by clicking on responses. You can then see the results by clicking view, and you will see it in the format of the form, or you can use open in Excel. When you click on this open in Excel button, it will download an Excel spreadsheet of all the data that it's collected from the girls. So you will have a range of names going down the side and the questions, and you'll be able to see every girl's exact answer in an Excel spreadsheet. If I click on view results, I would then be able to choose the respondent. This one was anonymous, and you will be able to view it. You can see how long they took to complete it. And yep, the downside is you can't give feedback on a form like this. You might be able to do it if you do it through the assignments function, which I'm going to walk through soon.